creamy rice. David set the killer chef, whipping the terror with zest. Movies and meals collide, horror flavors on the side. Chopping fear with flair, monsters everywhere. Gory scenes so bright, dine and fright. Lights down, it's showtime. Popcorn with...
Welcome back to the Cutting Room Kitchen. Killer Chef here. Today, we're gonna need a bigger boat and a bigger appetite. We're diving into the quintessential making of the summer blockbuster Jaws.
It's your first summer, you know.
In this episode, we're gonna chew on some facts about the legendary director, the cast, and the music that made generations afraid to go swimming. I just got back from chumming the waters, and as you can see, it didn't go very well. We're making a dish inspired by Amity Island's most notorious summer restaurant.
What we are dealing with here is an eating machine.
All right, enough talking. It's time to make something terrifyingly delicious. Inspired by Amity's fishing lifestyle mixed with tourist beach. Today we're making the Amity Chum Chowder. Now let's get cutting. We start our chum chowder by creating our base on the organ. The cast was a perfect storm of talent. We have Roy Scheider as the heroic Chief Brody. Richard Dreyfuss brought intellect as marine biologist Matt Hooper. Rounding out the cast is Robert Shaw, who was actually a renowned playwright novelist. He gave us the unforgettable, gristle shark hunter Quinn. His monologue about the sinking of the USS Indianapolis was mostly ad-libbed by Shaw the night before. Scheider found success in the 1971 Jane Fonda thriller Clue. He paired with Gene Hackman in the crime drama The French Connection. He returned to where he was nominated for Best Supporting Actor in the 1978 sequel, Jaws 2. He died of a staph infection with a near 3-year battle with cancer in 2008. He was 75. Richard Dreyfuss started his career acting at the Beverly Hills Jewish Center and appeared in TV productions in his early teens. He was the youngest actor to win the Best Actor award at the age of 29 until Adrian Brody won it in 2003. He starred in classics such as Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Mr. Holland's Opus, and the 1991 comedy What About Bob? Robert Shaw was nominated for an Academy Award and a Golden Globe for his portrayal of Henry VIII in the 1966 film A Man for All Seasons. His novel, The Sun Doctor, won him the Hawthorne Prize in 1962, establishing him as a notable writer. He died in Ireland in 1978 of a heart attack. He was 51. In a large pot, cook the bacon over medium to high heat, set aside on a paper towel. Dice the bacon into bits. Leave 2 tablespoons of bacon fat in the pot. We're sauteing onions and celery in butter, representing the murky waters of the Atlantic. Next, sprinkle flour over the veggies and stir constantly for 1 to 2 minutes to cook out the raw flour taste. Add plenty of clam juice. To make it a true New England treasure, we finish it with rich cream, whole milk. We add our hearty chunks of potato and corn. Add thyme and bay leaf. Slowly whisk the clam juice, broth, heavy cream, and whole milk until smooth. Bring to a simmer. Reduce the heat to low, cover, and simmer for an additional 15 to 20 minutes or until the potatoes are fork tender. Can't talk about Jaws without talking about the music. Composer John Williams created perhaps the most recognizable film score in history by just using 2 notes, E and F. Spielberg initially laughed when Williams played it for him on the piano because he thought it was a joke. Williams won an Oscar for Best Original Score, and Spielberg later said the movie's success was 50% due to Williams' music. Now let's talk about the troublesome star, Bruce. Bruce was the nickname given to the 3 mechanical sharks used in the film, named after Spielberg's lawyer. Because Bruce constantly malfunctioned in the salt water, Spielberg was forced to suggest the shark's presence rather than showing it using barrels, fins, and POV shots. This ironically made the film much scarier. Stir in the bacon. Cook another 3 minutes until heated through. Let's paddle through some of the film's trivia before we bring this vessel back to the harbor. Spielberg cemented himself as the ultimate storyteller at the age of 27 when he directed this film. The production almost broke him. The production was a nightmare and ran months over schedule and millions over budget. Universal executives almost fired him. Jaws became the first film ever to gross over $100 million at the domestic box office, creating the concept of the summer blockbuster. Amity Island is actually Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts. The author of the novel, Peter Benchley, has a cameo as a news reporter on the beach. The famous line, "You're gonna need a bigger boat," was ad-libbed by Roy Scheider. The actress who played Christy Watkins in the opening scene, Susan Backliny, was a professional stuntwoman. Spielberg didn't tell her when the shark would pull her down to get a real reaction of terror. Jaws was actually re-released in 3D last year for its 50th year anniversary. This movie, of course, opened the door to some many other great shark films like Deep Blue Sea, The Shallows, and Deep Water, directed by Rennie Harlin. Remove the bay leaf, season generously with salt and fresh black pepper to taste. Wow, that's rich. It's smoky and dangerously comforting. The perfect thing to eat when you're safely out of the water. Even though there's no fish in it, it is the perfect light dinner to end your day at the beach. I give Jaws an A+ for its risk-taking approach to cinema. The director had the vision to tell such a great story on the screen and merge it with tense moments and crude humor. This film is cited for all kinds of accomplishments, like holding the first $100 million box office record while obtaining 3 Oscars for Best Editing, Best Score, and Best Sound.
The whole damn thing.
In 2025, the museum at Martha's Vineyard set Jaws attendance records. You got horror, you got comedy, you got suspense, tension, the score is amazing. Spielberg really knocked it out of the park. The recipe is on the website, and I'm the Killer Chef. Let me know in the comments section your favorite season. Let's keep these classics alive for the next generation. Stay hungry, and remember, stay out of the water.
I used to hate the water.
Lights down, it's showtime. Popcorn.
I wonder what he wants this time of night. Yeah, Elliot, I just got back from Amity Island. A job opportunity? Camp Arawak? Oh, they need a chef? See you at camp for the final episode of this season.
And the twist of grime. Creepy cocktails here to start cuisine and art. Cooking up some fright in the kitchen light. Loving up some fright, making spooky rice. David's the killer chef, whipping up terror with zest. Movies and meals collide, horror flavors on the side. Chopping fear with flair, monsters everywhere. Gory scenes so bright, dine and fright. Lights down, it's showtime. Popcorn with a twist of grime. Creepy cocktails here to start. Cuisine and art, blending fear and spice. Creatures in the rice, serving with a scream. A chef's dream.